Alright guys, hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and if you're new to the channel. So Joseph Parker says that he is ready to go to war with Dereck Chisora. And he feels that fighting Dereck Chisora and beating Dereck Chisora will put him in line to face Dillian Whyte, because he wants a rematch with Dillian Whyte. He wants a rematch because he wants to avenge his loss. And eventually he wants to fight for a championship belt again. So he feels that that's why he's taking this fight with Dereck Chisora. Now, last year was probably, what's his name? Joseph Parker's worst and best year. It was his worst year because he lost 2 fights in a row. I mean, he lost against Anthony Joshua. He lost his title against Anthony Joshua. And then he also lost against Dillian Whyte. But it was the worst year because of that, because of the fact that he lost twice and his belts. But it was also his best year because he made the most money of his career last year, right? So obviously he wants to come back and get himself back into the limelight, basically, right? So, I like the fact that he wants to fight Dereck Chisora in the undercard of Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte is going to be fighting at the O2, I believe, arena in maybe at the O2. I imagine at the O2. Don't take my word for it. I think, because I read an article saying Eddie Hearn wants to have him fight either in the O2 or somewhere else. So he wants to be fighting in the O2, and I think that's a good look for him. First of all, the UK public already knows who he is, because he fought twice in the UK and 2 big back-to-back mega fights. He lost against both those guys, obviously Whyte and Joshua, but the UK boxing fans know who he is because he's fought there. So fighting Dereck Chisora was just knocked out cold against Dillian Whyte, but that was a good fight, right? Dereck Chisora looked good in that fight, so that's a good guy, a good type of fight for him to get himself back in there and people talking about him again, especially in the undercard of a big fight like Dillian Whyte, whoever he fights next. But I don't think it's going to be that easy, for what's his name, Joseph Parker. I think he's going to have to work for it, because Dereck Chisora, when he's at his best, when he's really determined, he could give anyone hell. He's a guy who puts consistent pressure. So I want to see Joseph Parker really has to bite down and basically be firm and stand his ground against Dereck Chisora. He has to be aggressive. He said that he's been trying to be more aggressive lately. He wants to be more aggressive, and I think that's a good thing. The thing that Joseph Parker, in my opinion, has always lacked is been aggressiveness. Like the thing where, like, that type of demeanor where you fight dirty, you roughhouse guys. I think sometimes he could be too much of a nice guy. And in boxing, there's no room for being nice. You have to be mean, and I think that's the thing he's lacked. I thought he lacked it against Dillian Whyte and against Anthony Joshua, and I think that's why he lost both those fights. I think had he taken way more chances and had he been a lot more aggressive, he would have given himself more of a chance to win against those guys. So I want to see if that's improved. He said he's trying to be more aggressive. So the perfect opponent is Dereck Chisora, because Dereck Chisora is going to force him to fight. Dereck Chisora forces people to fight because he brings the pressure towards you. He brings, unless he changes his style against Joseph Parker. But if he fights the way he normally fights, this should be a good fight. And it's definitely going to help Joseph Parker, and at least people talking about him more, than they recently have been. Again, depending on how the fight plays out. I mean, if it ends up being a bar burner, that'll be good for him, right? So, but he's gonna have to win that fight. He can't be losing against Dereck Chisora. He's gonna have to win that fight. I believe he's better than Dereck Chisora, but like I said, Dereck Chisora gives everyone hell. So, like I said, Joseph Parker wants to go to war with Dereck Chisora. So, this might be an epic fight, but I don't think he should be going to war like that, just because that's what Dereck Chisora wants. But he wants to be entertaining, so why not? I guess go for it, right? But if he beats him, maybe he could earn the rematch with Dillian Whyte. I don't know. I don't know, because Dillian Whyte's probably going to be trying to get a title fight if he beats Dominic Breazeale. If he does fight Dominic Breazeale next with Deontay Wilder, or obviously Anthony Joshua. But like I said, it's just a good look for Joseph Parker to be fighting in the UK. I think if you're a heavyweight boxer, you need to be fighting in the UK. Just because right now the heavyweight division is hot in the UK. boxing fans are talking a lot about the heavyweight division in the UK. So, like I said, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, it looks like he wants to fight. Hopefully, Dereck Chisora accepts the fight, because every report I'm seeing from Joseph Parker, he looks like he really wants this fight. He looks like he really wants to fight Dereck Chisora, but I haven't heard anything from I haven't heard anything from Dereck Chisora's team. So hopefully he agrees with it and we see him fight. Because like I said, I would rather see Joseph Parker fight Dereck Chisora than fight some unknown guy that I never heard of. Like in his last fight, he fought this guy. I never heard of that guy that he fought. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys would also rather see Joseph Parker in there against the guy that at least you heard of. A veteran. Like I said, right now he's trying to get confidence back, because he lost 2 back-to-back fights. Obviously, his confidence is probably low, and his self-belief is probably low. So he needs these wins, to give himself confidence again. So this is the perfect opponent for him, in my opinion. I think he could beat him, but like I said, I think he has to be mean. I think he has to stand his ground against Dereck Chisora, because Dereck Chisora is no pushover. He's no pushover. He does come to fight, and like I said, he's upset guys before, so that's why I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if he's more aggressive towards Dereck Chisora than he normally is towards fighters. So yeah, that's all to say, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for the latest in boxing, and I'm out.